Welcome back. Let's put this in the ether. All right, this episode I want to say we must protect them from harming themselves. Right, we must protect them from harming themselves because if we don't take charge, they're most likely gonna harm themselves. It's like a kid, right? When you deal with women, right? When you deal with women, what are women? Women is just a child in a grown person's body, right? When you think about it, women just stop maturing at a certain age, right? She may seem 20 something, 25, but her mentality is like a 14-year-old, right? This is what I mean. A woman is just a child in a grown person's body, right? And we have to protect that like a child. If you let them run amok, they will hurt themselves, right? As to women, if you let women run amok, they will hurt themselves. They will do all these things to themselves, right? That's why we have to protect. We have to protect them. If we don't protect them, they will hurt themselves and other people as well, right? So don't think by not taking charges. Not say that. By not taking charges, you have to take charges in order to protect them. That's what I want to say, right? It might be bad, or people might have their thoughts on this, and is restricting people from their freedom. But you know what? Sometimes you have to control them from destroying other people, right? If you let a woman run amok and she's being disastrous to herself, how how would you know she's not gonna inflict more damage on other people, right? As a person, as a man, you have to direct your woman how to behave in public, how to behave, and put her in place. Right? I mean, not in the physical way. I'm not telling you to abuse women or physically harm them in a way, right? I'm talking about hold masculine frame, take charges, mean what you say, and say what you mean. If you don't, you have to assert authority by being stronger than her, meaning physically and mentally, right? And don't take none of her BS, right? Because if she don't, she's gonna harm you and other people, right? Like she can go crazy. You don't know what type of drastic measures she can go to harm other people if she go crazy, right? Women out there, if they go crazy, they would actually get in a car and just ram people's car, destroying other people who knows might kill other people, right? Or burn somebody's house down and that burn your house down and not realize it, but not realize it burn the neighbor house down too. So you have to take charges and take lead in a relationship. A lot of men out there are not taking lead in a relationship. Right? That's what woman wants. You have to take lead in a relationship. If you take lead in a relationship, you are protecting them. A leader protect his thing, right? A leader protecting their things from not harming themselves and harming others. Right? That's what a leader do. By you not being a leader, you're doing yourself a disservice and put other people's lives in danger, especially her lives, right? If you don't take charges, right? To be I'm not telling you to lead a whole army, right? I'm just telling you to lead your relationship between your wives. If you don't lead her, that's what she really wants. She want a man that leads. If she don't see that in you, she's gonna feel what? She's gonna feel that you are weak, right? You're weak and you're incapable of protecting her. And what's she gonna do? That's gonna lead to your self destruction by her initiating divorces or infidelity, right? Don't be afraid to lead. I see a lot of weak men out there who's afraid to lead their wives, right? I see a lot of men out there who are afraid to disagree with the wives, right? Men out there, you could disagree with your wife. Not everybody has to agree with everyone 100%. It's unrealistic that you are a man have to agree with everything your wife said. In every relationship, in every relationship, there's gonna be bound to be some kind of disagreement between men and women, right? But you do have some common ground you stand on, right? A woman just wants you to lead. That's it. And by leading, you're protecting them. You're protecting them. You're protecting her from her harming herself and harming, if you have kids, harming your kid as well, right? Tell her what to do. Tell her, give her set guidelines, set your boundary, what you're willing to accept, what you're not willing to accept, right? And if she don't abide by that, there's a door she could leave too, right? Because guys out there are supposed to make the decision in relationships, all right, and be rational, right? Guys are supposed to be a rational person. If you're not rational, if you're not rational, man, you're just a beta male simp out there, right? There's a lot of beta male simps that let their wife lead in a relationship, especially these liberal men out there, right? These liberal men who who tend to agree with the wives all the time, let the wives wear the pants in the relationship. And these beta male out there are usually the ones who get divorced, taken advantage of, right? These cuck men out there, let the wives, right? They think their solution is let their wives do anything they want, right? Like I said in my previous video, when you let them do anything they want, it will most likely be a wrong decisions, all right? And they want to save their marriages. You know what? If she decides to make a bad move, there's nothing worth saving, right? If she wants to say that she want to sleep with other men and you can't lead her, saying no, why are you with her? Right? You have to leave her because if she want to be a swinger and you don't want to be that, and she want to be that, you have to tell her that this is not the right thing. We're sleeping with other men out there is not a good thing, right? It's very damaging. It will ruin her mindset, right? A mind is a very terrible thing to waste. Right? You don't want a woman with effed up mindset. All right? There's gonna be regrets. Right? They don't understand how regret works. Right? They don't understand how regret works if she do all this stuff. If she want, for example, wants you to participate in a orgy and you don't want to, you have to make it known. Like I don't think this is a right way to go. Right? You should not do this. And we are not doing that. Stand by what you say and make a decision strong. If she's not willing to comply with it, show her the door and show her that you're not easily controlled by her, right? So, and it's protecting her. You have to protect, if you're in a relationship, you have to protect her. If you don't protect her, right, she's gonna walk off on you. It's a shit test. They can put men to a lot of shit tests. Let's say that. And for you, you have to understand what type of test she's putting you into and then fall for it, right? So the point is, sometimes you have to protect her protect her from harming herself, and unfortunately, there are a lot of beta male simp out there. That's leading the way right now. Why you think Congress is like that? There's a lot of congresspersons, politicians. They're usually beta because they think that the women votes are women. The reason why because women are the biggest voter. That's why I don't believe that women shouldn't have. I don't want to say shouldn't have. There should be more stricter guidelines to voting. All right, if you give all these power to a certain demographic, they're gonna misuse that power and steer society into the wrong direction. That's why we're having this thing, this crazy thing we're going on the world right now, right? Because we're giving one demographic more powers than others, right? One demographic more powers than others, and these politicians are swayed to these bigger voting blocks, right? But I digress on that. But and these politicians are not looking out for their safety. They're not looking out for their best interests. That's why they're willing to let them destroy themselves, right? Because you as a man, you're not leading. You're not leading by not telling them what's the way to vote. That's one way you gotta look at it too. You have to teach them the right way to vote. Right? You have to teach them basically with your relationship. But I don't think any more. I can say any more on this subject. But if I missed something, if you disagree with me, leave your comment below. And thank you for watching. And on that note, like, share, subscribe. Peace and blessings.